Hello everybody! Today we discuss the beloved lady of the Grand Narukami Shrine, editor-in-chief of the Yae publishing house, and a woman so astoundingly clever and sly, Yae Miko. She is an electrocatalyst that elegantly fires 3 kitsune spirits at enemies in a single combo. For her charge attack, she brings down a lane of lightning in front of her, along with a lovely animation. In her plunging attack, need I say anything about it? Moving on to her skill, she phases into any direction you desire and leaves an electro turret, aka Sessho Sakura, behind her. When this turret takes the field, it will strike enemies with lightning in intervals. Furthermore, the more turrets there are on the field, the stronger the lightning strikes will be. The skill has 3 charges and a maximum of 3 can exist at a time. New turrets generated will replace the oldest one. Yae turrets last for 14 seconds with a non-existent 4-second cooldown. Going into her burst, not only does Yae have the best burst animation, she also calls for lightning to descend down on enemies, inflicting AoE electro damage. In addition to that, all Sessho Sakura on the field will be shattered and converted into Tenko Thunderbolts. A maximum of 3 Tenko Thunderbolts can come crashing down this way. Unlocking her first passive, whenever Yae casts her burst, each Sessho Sakura destroyed refreshes the cooldown for 1 charge of her skill. On her second passive, Sessho Sakura damage will be boosted by 0.15% for each point of elemental mastery that Yae has. For her utility passive, when she crafts character talent materials, she has a 25% to get 1 other talent material that isn't the base material being crafted. The rarity of the extra material is the same as the base. On Yae's first constellation, every time her burst generates a Tenko Thunderbolt, Yae will recover 8 elemental energy for herself. Unlocking her second constellation, the first Sessho Sakura summoned will start at the 2nd level. The maximum level is now increased to 4, and the range of its attacks is increased by 60%. When her 4th constellation is activated, whenever Sessho Sakura lightning strikes enemies, all nearby party members will get an increase of 20% for 5 seconds to their electro damage bonus. Upon reaching her final constellation, Sessho Sakura lightning strikes will ignore 60% of the enemy's defense. Her skill will gain 3 levels on the 3rd constellation, and the same happens to her burst on the 5th constellation. With her kit now taken care of, we can proceed to the artifacts best suited for her. Let's start with a 4-piece Gilded Dream set for an off-field sub-DPS. Then a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate if you want to run her as a burst DPS. The last, let's say acceptable 4-piece set is Thundering Fury, despite Yae's super short skill cooldown. The boost it gives to electro reactions is very much appreciated, but if you're unlucky with artifacts, an acceptable combination is a 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece of either Wanderers or Gilded, as well as Gladiator. Now, here comes the fun part when farming for artifacts, the stats. For the Gilded set, you want Elemental Mastery for the Sands, electro damage on the Goblet. Her Circlet can either be crit rate or damage, depending on the weapon you give her, quite honestly. The substats you will be praying for essentially are EM, attack percentage, and 2 crit stats. On the Severed Fate set, you can have the same goblet and circlet used in a sub-DPS build. The one thing you want to change is the sands. Instead of EM, you want energy recharge this time. Substats, you can copy-paste whatever you want from the sub-DPS build, just add energy recharge to that wishlist. Moving on to the Thundering Fury set, stick with the stats and substats suggested in the Gilded set. And for the last set, much like Thundering Fury, copy-paste the stats and substats of Gilded. With Copium smoked and artifacts farmed, now we are Miko with our best installed weapon, Kagura's Verity. But if that isn't in the cards for you, alternatives are 1000 Floating Dreams, Wandering Evenstar, Blackcliff Agate, Solar Pearl, The Widsith, Mappa Mara, and Thrilling Tales. Now armed with a weapon of choice, we can begin pairing Yae with characters she can help with bolts of lightning. Yae excels in teams that focus on electro reactions. What you can focus on is Electrocharged, Quicken, and Hyperbloom. She works best behind the scenes with her skill, so making her your main DPS will result in AFK teams. Anyways, with that in mind, have either Electro, Hydro, or Dendro be the main DPS in her teams. Unless of course you want AFK teams to be what works best for you, I suppose. And that's pretty much it. Now you can head over to the Narukami Shrine and check your fortunes. See you soon, everybody!